Hi, I wanted to talk about something that affects the majority of denture wearers. It is one of the hardest parts of adjustment when it comes to this journey with prosthetic teeth, and that is adjusting to the new us that we see. It is something that so many people deal with. It is not your imagination if you think that that person in the mirror or in the photo looks like a stranger. You have a new you. This is a completely new person looking at you. Teeth change us. How our teeth looked before and how our teeth look now is just completely different. If you had teeth that, like me, were not in all that great a shape, they may have been very crooked, or then at some point were broken, but they were not all that great. And then all of a sudden you have these really perfect teeth, or you had really perfect teeth and for whatever reason you lost your teeth and now you have completely different teeth that do not look like your old teeth. None of us have teeth that look like our old teeth. Some people get teeth that look mostly like their natural teeth, but the majority of us do not get that. We get teeth that are completely different. I personally would have never gotten teeth that look like my natural teeth. These are fine. I'm so happy to have really straight, pretty teeth. But we all deal with that adjustment period because it is an adjustment period. It is adjusting to a new us. I have seen before and after of people, photos of people, and it's like looking at two different people. People change that much. I myself changed so much when I went from my natural teeth to dentures that there's a funny story behind that. When I got my immediates in January of 2007, got my perms in June of 2007, and then in September or October, we went to a football game at our kids' high school. And after the game, we went to go talk to friends, people who had known us. They weren't friends. They were people we saw at football games. But they were people who had known us for 7 years. 7 years these people knew us, saw us all the time. And the husband was talking to my husband, and he was just standing there kind of looking over at me and was real quiet. And my husband stopped talking, and he asked my husband, "Oh, well, are you going to introduce me?" And my husband looked at him and said, "This is my wife." And the gentleman said, "Oh." He goes, "Well, it's very nice to meet you." And my husband looked at me, he goes, "You've met my wife? This is Tracy." He thought my husband and I had gotten divorced and that my husband had remarried and that I was a completely different person. He did not realize that I was me, who he had seen for 7 years at football games. I hadn't seen him since the football season before, but I had changed that much that he thought my husband had remarried. So these things can change our appearance so much. Of course, it's going to take time to adjust to that new person. I figured out, but it took me a minute, but I figured out how to make a post on YouTube. So in that post, I put photos of myself with my natural smile, my smile that people were used to seeing when my teeth started breaking in my mid-30s due to undiagnosed cancer. I smiled that smile, the closed mouth smile. And then with my immediates, my first set of perms, and my current dentures, which I love these dentures. These out of all of the sets that I've had, out of the 3 sets that I've had, not all of the sets, like I've had a million, but out of the 3 sets that I've had, these are my favorite. It was not always like that. When I got them in April of 2021, I hated them. I looked in the mirror and I hated them. I thought they were too big. I thought that they were just too much, and they looked so fake in comparison to the dentures that I had had before. And it took me 10 months to adjust. And my dentist told me right off the bat that I was going to hate them, that it was going to take me a while to adjust to the smile. Because when she put them in, I just looked at them and just burst into tears. And I said, "These don't look right." She goes, "No, you're right. They don't look like what you had. They look more real, they look more natural, and you are going to have an adjustment period." She said most people take 9 to 12 months. Some people take longer, some people take less, but you're going to have a 9 to 12 month adjustment period. And it took me 10 months. For 10 months, I saw a stranger when I looked in the mirror. I hated my smile. When I looked at a photo of old me and new me. New me looked like a stranger. And then one day, old me looked like a stranger. New me looked fine. I looked in the mirror, loved my smile. And then I realized it had taken 10 months to get to that point. So it is going to take you a little while to get there. And if you see the photos of me, you'll see just how much my smile has changed. It changed from when I was 14 to now, and then even how much it's changed in the last 16 years from immediates to first set of perms to this set. And I will have to go through that adjustment period again if my dentures change. I have 3D digital dentures, so they'll use what the information that they have to make my next set of dentures. But there might be changes. I might get a different color because I'll be 10 years older than I was when I got these. I'll be in my 60s, not my 50s. So maybe I won't get A2 when I get my next set of dentures. Maybe they'll make them a little bit different so that they look like teeth for somebody who's a little bit older. I have no idea what they're going to look like. But I'll probably have to go through another adjustment period. It is something that everyone has to go through. You will go through it when you go from your natural teeth to your immediates, if you get immediates, or from your immediates to your perms, or from no teeth to your perms, whichever path you go. But when you go to those sets of dentures, and then when you have to replace your perms, and you will have to replace them, everybody needs to replace their dentures between the 5 and 10 year mark. Dentures wear down, your gums change, dentures don't last forever, so you will have to get another set of dentures, and then there will be an adjustment period. There will be an adjustment period to eating, to smiling, to talking when you get your next set of dentures, be it going from immediates to perms, or from your first set of perms to your next set of perms. You will have to adjust to all those things all over again. It's just the nature of having prosthetics, because they'll fit a little bit different. They'll have to adjust them. And I had to have 3 adjustments with these because they put a little extra material when they do your dentures, because as my dentist said, it is much easier to put extra material and take that away than it is to, you can't add material. So it's easier to put extra and then take it away, because if you don't have enough and there's not enough there, you are going to have to completely remake the entire denture, or you're going to be stuck with dentures that don't fit. So there are continuous adjustments throughout the lifetime of this process. It just doesn't end when you get your first set of perms. They're not going to be your only set of perms. So every one of us goes through that adjustment period when we have to adjust to the new us that is looking back at us. And you are not alone in that. It's not, there's nothing wrong. It is completely normal. It is also completely normal to think that other people are seeing the person that you are seeing. They are not. You are seeing a different person because you know what your teeth look like before. So because you know what your teeth look like before, they don't look right to you. But if you meet a complete stranger, somebody who's super new to you, that you've never seen before, that you didn't know when you had your other teeth, when you had your natural teeth, and they meet you now, they don't know what you look like before. So to them, you don't look fake, you look like you. But to you, you don't look right because you know what you look like before. That's completely normal. You are not alone with that. But the other people who are meeting you for the first time, they are not seeing the same person that you are seeing. They are seeing somebody who looks, they just look like you. That's it. They don't know that there was ever another you. So you look fine to them. But because you know that there was another you, it takes you a little bit longer to get used to the new you, because you know what you used to look like. So I just wanted to let you know you are not alone. And I'm going to put a link in the description below to my post so you can see what I used to look like and all the changes that I've gone through over the years. And then you will know that you are not alone, because you will see the differences, and you will know that it would have taken me time to adjust to these new me's along the way. And that's how it's going to be with you. I'm going to put a link over there to link it to this video. So if somebody sees that post, they can come home and see this video. But I just want people to know that they're not alone. And it's perfectly normal to see a stranger looking back at you and to think that that person looks fake. But you know what? Trust the process. One day you are going to look in that mirror and you're going to look like you. You're going to see photos of the old you, and that person is going to look like a complete stranger. You might even be mistaken for another person by people who knew you before, because you may have changed that much. Be prepared for that, because it happened to me. So you're not alone. And I just wanted to let you know that. And I'm going to go ahead and go. But I just wanted to let you know it's all normal and everything is okay. And I'm going to talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.